Welcome back to the ACB Wrestling Talk channel, your main source for wrestling news and wrestling discussions. I'm, of course, your host, Alexis Carrillo, and listening to some wrestling talk. Earlier tonight, a brand new episode of Dynamite aired live on TNT, and we saw how the brand new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, actually not that brand new, he's had the title for quite a few months now, but the AEW World Champion Chris Jericho came out to the ring with his posse, with the four men that beat down on Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks last week on Dynamite. They came out with him, and Chris Jericho did some of his best work, did what he does best today at this point. Because I've spoken about this in the past, I don't think Chris Jericho's athletic ability in that ring can match anyone else on the AEW roster in terms of, he's getting a little bit older, he's not as fast, he's not as agile as he used to be, but his in-ring psychology and his props, his pure chops, I should say, talent on the mic, how to work a crowd, how to coin a phrase and make it work. Again, Y2J, Chris Jericho, one of the absolute best working that stick, and he made it absolutely work. He broke the fourth wall a couple of times, introducing some of the new members of his brand new stable called Inner Circle, and it worked. The crowd bought into it. He brought back the list, something that he made work in WWE, something so ridiculous that nobody thought it would work. Y2J made it work. And again, this name for this brand new stable for AEW, Inner Circle. In my opinion, you have anybody else, including a Roman Reigns or a Seth Rollins or any of the top guys in WWE or any top guy on AEW, and it doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite fit. But because Y2J is so charismatic, he's so full of himself, he's so quirky in all of his antics that anything he says and anything he coins pretty much becomes iconic. Just like in that past pay-per-view when he said it again on this week as well, a little bit of the bubbly. And obviously, if you try to mimic how he says it, you won't get even close. So I'm not even gonna try. But again, just pure entertainment by Y2J for Dynamite, for AEW, and I think that's one of the big positives of having him be the current world champion. Now, getting back to the stable, he announced Inner Circle with Sammy Guevara, with the tag team formerly known as LAX, now apparently going to go by Santana and Ortiz, just Santana and Ortiz, and Jake Hager. Again, Chris Jericho called him Jake Hager, and the announcers kept calling him Jake Hager. So again, either way, we have to get a direct confirmation from that. But again, AEW throwing some old school flavor into this brand new show, Dynamite, with the stable that's apparently now going to run the whole entire show. We've seen this in the past. We saw it from the Four Horsemen years ago, the NWO. We saw it from Evolution on Raw. Many other legendary stables have run the damn show literally. So AEW's got to be a little bit careful with this heel stable because, just like stables in the past, they can get a little bit predictable, they can get a little bit tiring, and it's important that you line up big baby faces against them to have the crowd be injected into this feud, have them really care about the fight for AEW or the fight for AEW control. Now, having a stable in professional wrestling, that's a tried and true method, for the most part, for success. Simply put, you put the main event star, he could already be the world champion or not, but you put a main event star, you put one or two young up-and-comers, you put one of the, guys who've been suffering for the past few years, who has talent, who's been roaming the middle of the card. You put them in a stable, you make them work, you have them help each other out, and you can really rise them up. The perfect example of this was back in 2004 with Evolution on Raw. It did get a little tiring on on a few cases, but it worked. It elevated Randy Orton, it elevated Batista, and right now, from what I see from this Inner Circle stable is, I can't wait. Months from now, years from now, Jake Hager is going to turn on Chris Jericho. Sammy Guevara is going to turn on Chris Jericho. That's the most likely option. I can't wait for that to happen. But for now, let's just enjoy the ride. Let's see what AEW's got to offer. And again, gotta be a little bit careful with how they book it. But if they know their fans, like it's been proven that they know them, I really don't think there's going to be a problem with AEW's Inner Circle becoming 100% of the entertainment factor on Dynamite every Wednesday night. So those are my thoughts on tonight's announcement from Y2J and his brand new stable, Inner Circle, protecting him as the AEW World Champion for now. What are your thoughts on the new Inner Circle? Did you enjoy the promo work, the masterful promo work from Y2J in that ring, calling WWE Creative out after the fans started chanting, "We the people"? That was awesome. And again, many might have tried to put that down and break the fourth wall. Y2J does it, and it just absolutely works. Again, can't give the guy enough props on that stick. He's been at it for 29 years. That's what he does. That's what he gets paid for. So let's just enjoy the ride. So with that said, leave your thoughts and comments on the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, hit the dislike button. That's it for me. Till next time.